Welcome into the All Out Super Late Model Series from New Smyrna. A round of 16. Race day is here. And we're ready to go. Got right around 16 drivers registered for tonight's race. So we'll have 16 guys out there battling for points tonight. As we get set here, we got just about 3 minutes left in practice. They're finishing up with their drivers meeting and we'll be set to go here very shortly. Before they do, let's go and get through some of the track facts that we have. So obviously, this is a half-mile racetrack at New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Then you got a track to the inside, and you can see it up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. A track on the inside is known as Little New Smyrna. Got 18 to 20 degrees of banking around the track. But looking at it, it's got the long straightaways like a Martinsville, but the high bankings up in the corner like a Bristol. So it's a combination of the two. It's got the Martinsville feel to it and the Bristol feel to it. Last week you heard some of the drivers say that it does drive very similar to a Martinsville. You see James Sumke going out for the first time this evening to get some practice in. Typically, these guys, this track host Will and Modified, the NASCAR All-American Will and Modified Series. So the track on the inside, they host a little quarter midget. So anybody who's got a quarter midget in the state of Florida or even Georgia, Alabama, there you guys go. An awesome racetrack with a lot of history for you guys to race at. These guys are getting the final couple of minutes of practice. You see Travis Pryor is the quickest here. He did not qualify last week, but he is here today to continue his run for the championship, and he's sitting fastest on the leaderboard by 3/1000ths of a second over Kelsey Rogers. Scott Formosa is just 47,000th of a second behind. Scratch that. Scott Formosa is to the top. He is 22/1000ths of a second ahead of Travis Pryor. We have about 40 seconds left, 45 seconds left. So it's going to be Formosa, Pryor, Rogers, Rayberg, and Barber. Your top five with Clark in 6th, Smith in 7th, Whitting in 8th, Victory in 9th. Robinette rounds out the top 10 here in practice. As we got 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Make sure you guys are tuning in next week. We will have another special little presentation for qualifying and practice for the round of 8. You see Michael and Mark there getting into each other as practice came to an end. 16 drivers are registered for the session. And we get set to go here. As we get set to go, it's going to be Scott Formosa and Jonathan Smith on your front row. And then you're going to have Mark Fravert in the 44 in that third position, Robert Barber to his outside. Then you'll have Austin Victory starting in that fifth spot, Louis Robinette in that sixth position. Christopher Reardon is slated to start in that seventh position. To his outside will be James Somke. Then you're going to have Joe Williams starting in that ninth spot, Michael Fravert to his outside. Preston Boers is slated to start in the 11th position with Michael Whitting to his outside in the 12th spot. Then you'll have Travis Pryor in the 02 starting in that 13th position. To his outside will be the 3 of Casey Clark. Starting in the 15th position, it's going to be the number 17 of Nick Rayberg. Kelsey Rogers to his outside. Those are the 16 drivers slated to start here tonight. As all 16 drivers are in their cars ready to go. We're going to have one lap to green. Then we'll have 200 laps around this half-mile track. Two hundred laps around the half-mile track, or 100 miles, however you want to look at it. But we are in for a great night of racing, as always, with the all-out super late model guys. We're going to be going green this next time by. Pace car ducks in down pit road. Green flag in the air for Scott Formosa. Formosa and Smith drag race into turn one. Smith went a little high. That's going to allow Formosa to run away with the early lead here. You're going to have Robert Barber back there in that third position. The driver to watch out for is Travis Pryor. He started in that 13th position. He's up to the 8th spot already. As you see Christopher Reardon get loose. That allows the 17 of Rayberg and the 02 of Pryor to get around him. Pryor is going to stay in that 8th spot with Rayberg jumping up to the 7th spot. Go a little bit further back here. A little bit further back. So it looks like Michael Fravert in the 72 got around the one of James Somke there. Move the 72 of Fravert up to the 12th position. Right in front of them, Kelsey Rogers in the 36 started 16th up to 11th already. Casey Clark right in front of Rogers in that 10th position, started 14th, is up there. Rayberg, he started 15th, he's up to 7th. So, what I am seeing here is we've got a lot of fast drivers who started in the back of the field and have just rocketed through the field here. So we go up front here to the 44 of Mark Fravert, as he is being chased by Louis Robinette in that 30 machine. Robinette trying to get around him for that 4th position. And then you got Preston Boers right behind in that 5th spot. 17 of Rayberg underneath Boers for the 6th position. Rayberg is going to have that spot. Pryor. Just looks like a different Pryor from old. Being a little bit more patient whenever it comes to trying to get around other drivers. As Boers ducks to the inside of the 44 of Fravert. And he's going to bring Pryor with him. Pryor is going to get up into the 7th spot as Fravert drops down to the 8th position. Reardon back there running in the 9th spot. Having a good run here early on for Reardon as we are already 10 laps in. Kelsey Rogers up to the 10th spot, right behind Reardon. You see the 44 of Mark Fravert going low, so Reardon's going to be up to the 8th position. It's going to move everybody up, but it's going to move Fravert down into the 11th spot behind Casey Clark. Looking back here with the one of James Somke. He's trying to hold off Michael Whitting. Whitting right there with the one of James Somke. And that is 13th and 14th on track. Go up front here, back up front. So it looks like Pryor and Boers. Again, very close together. These guys are being very patient around each other, waiting for the right opportunity to make some moves. You see all these guys, they're not forcing the issue, which is great to see here on lap number 15 of 200. But now that's going to change whenever it's lap 275 or 175 of 200. We're going to see the patience get thrown out the window as Rogers is right on the back bumper of Reardon. Reardon leaves the bottom lane open. Rogers takes it, unable to complete the pass. Rogers will fall right back into the 9th position behind Reardon. Reardon gets loose off of 2. That's going to open the door again for Rogers. Reardon goes way high. And that allows Rogers to get around for the 8th spot. Casey Clark right there as well. That is 10th position. 10th place is only 6 seconds back of the leader. Here through 19 laps. Scott Formosa is our race leader, and he's got a 1.3 second lead over Jonathan Smith. Last week you guys heard Jonathan Smith say that it was very important to get a good starting position here in the round of 16 at such a tough track to pass on. And you see it's really paid off for him as he's sitting in the 2nd spot behind Scott Formosa. Robert Barber back there in the 3rd position. These guys only have one extra set of tires. The tires they started on, one more, and I suspect we'll see a lot of these guys come in around lap 100 to come in and change them. We'll see some guys come in about lap 120 to try changing them. Try to get the extra 20 laps so they have, 20 to 30 lap fresher tires than everybody else. So we look back here. Preston Boers, Louis Robinette. Scratch that. That is Preston Boers, Travis Pryor again. Heating that battle up for the 6th spot. You see Pryor following an identical line to Preston Boers. Joe Williams has gone a lap down here early on, but it is still early, so Williams can get that lap back and be in contention at the end of the race. Looking for a battle on track as these guys have kind of spread out pretty far. I think the next closest ones besides Boers and Pryor is going to be Reardon and Casey Clark, 9th and 10th. And that's just a couple positions back. I think Kelsey Rogers is closing in on Pryor and Boers. Rogers in the 8th spot. See, Boers goes way high. Pryor gets around him, as does Rogers. I think Boers had a feeling he was holding up Pryor there. Moved over. Still early. Battle back. Get your car to feel better underneath of you through pit stops. Look back here. Couple of these cars as Clark gets around Reardon now. That last lap. You're going to have Michael and Mark Fravert right there. That is 11th and 12th positions. Those guys are battling hard for that 11th spot. Michael trying to hold off Mark. Mark gets a good entry in through the corners, but Michael's getting a great run off. So we go up front now. So it looks like Robert Barber is going to be in trouble here very soon, as Nick Rayberg has closed in on Barber for the 3rd spot. Looking back. Obviously you're going to have the Pryor Rogers battle heating up. Then you're going to have the Reardon Fravert battle heating up. 10th, 11th, and 12th. You'll throw Casey Clark in there in 9th. You see Joe Williams get out of their way and let them continue to race. He is 1 lap down. Austin Victory is a lap down. Now Michael Whitting. These guys behind 13th and 14th. We're watching 10th through, or 9th through 12th. Now 13th and 14th are in danger of going a lap down here on lap 35 of 200. If you go back there, those two are kind of close together. I wonder if, well, and you see the leader right there. These guys are entering turn 3 and 4, and the leader's coming out of 2. That is the gap between the leader and the last car in the lead lap. 22 of Michael Whitting. Rayberg got around Barber for the 3rd spot. Barber down to 4th. Travis Pryor up to 5th. He got around Louis Robinette. Kelsey Rogers gets around Robinette as well. So that moves Robinette down to the 7th spot. Look at Robinette, though. He's got Preston Boers right there behind him. Preston has been very good as of late. Very strong. Had quite a few strong runs over the last 6 weeks or so. You see Boers close in. Robinette makes a mistake. Boers is going to capitalize on it. Looking back through the field now, looking for Jonathan Smith in danger of losing 2nd place to Nick Rayberg. Rayberg looking underneath at Smith, not able to get anything going out of turn 4 there. You see those two continue to battle hard on track. Looking for another battle back there. It's going to be the 30 of Robinette and the 51 of Boers again. That's 7th spot. And then you look even further back from those guys, you got Casey Clark, Chris Reardon, Michael, and Mark Fravert all right there bunched up together. That is 9th through 12th, still battling hard. We're working lap 44 of 200 now. Go and check in with our race leader. As you see, Jonathan Smith has closed the gap. Smith has got the gap down to right around a half a second. Rayberg trying to get around as well, but not able to happen. As Smith doing his best to block Rayberg, but run down Formosa for the race lead. As caution comes out, we will go and check, see what happened. Looks like the 6 of Reardon just gets in there a little hot. Clark slowed down a little much. As we await, looks like Smith's going to stay out. Top 2 go down pit road. Formosa and Rayberg. Barber stays out as well. A lot of guys have stayed out. So as soon as these guys cross the finish line, we'll get you guys an updated running order. Jonathan Smith is your race leader. Now you see Reardon come down pit road. Reardon is a lap down, has to wait. Rogers, Michael Fravert, Casey Clark, they come down as well. So, an updated running order is going to be Jonathan Smith, your race leader, Robert Barber, 2nd, Travis Pryor, 3rd, Louis Robinette, 4th, Preston Boers going to be 5th, Mark Fravert, 6th, James Homke, 7th, Michael Whitting, 8th, Scott Formosa, 9th, Nick Rayberg, 10th, Michael Fravert is 11th, Kelsey Rogers is 12th, Casey Clark, 13th, Austin Victory is 14th, Christopher Reardon, 15th. Joe Williams, 16th. So as we get set to go back green next time by, you see Jonathan Smith taking that high line. We have 13 drivers on the lead lap still. Christopher Reardon is the first car 1 lap down. Austin Victory will be in that 15th spot a lap down. His pace car ducks down pit road. Green flag in the air for Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith out to a great lead. Louis Robinette, another great start, as looked like Robert Barber spun the tires and held up the inside line. Travis Pryor now going to work on Louis Robinette for the 2nd spot. Go a little bit further back now, side-by-side action as they've all single-filed out. Kelsey Rogers making the way back up to the front. Working on the 8th place, Michael Whitting. See the 17 of Rayberg. Working his way back up through the field as well, as he's right behind Preston Boers in the 5th spot. Boers is in the 5th spot. Rayberg in 6th. We go back up front. Pryor looking to the low side of Robinette. Robinette goes a little high. He's going to be able to hold off Pryor for one more lap. Robinette. Pryor goes high now. Barber closing in. Pryor moves down to block Barber there in 1 and 2. And now Pryor goes high. Robinette low. Pryor and Robinette battling hard. And Barber battling hard for the 2nd and 3rd positions there. You got Preston Boers and Nick Rayberg working their way up through traffic to get up there in the battle for the 2nd spot. Boers to the inside now of Robert Barber. Barber able to hold him off with the high side momentum, but Boers not giving up on that low side. Boers again to the inside of Barber. Boers is going to clear Barber that time. Boers gets a little loose, and that's going to allow Rayberg and Barber, well, it's not going to allow anybody. He's able to gather it up pretty quickly. So, move Barber down 1 and Rayberg up 1. Barber loses a spot to Kelsey Rogers. Rogers goes around on the high side. Get around him. Back up front now is Pryor. He's lost a little bit of time to Louis Robinette. Robinette gets the good run down the front straight, or down the straightaways rather. Go a little bit further back now to the 44, Mark Fravert, as he was right there on the back bumper of Barber and lost some time in 3 and 4 there. Now Whitting closing in on Mark Fravert for the 8th spot. Scott Formosa, he was our race leader before that caution. Formosa is back in the 10th position. These guys have kind of started to spread out. Preston Boers, Nick Rayberg battling hard for the 4th spot. Boers able to hold him off. Rayberg to the low side in 1 and 2, gets around him. Here comes Kelsey Rogers as well. Rogers has some left or right side damage, and that's going to allow Barber to the inside. Barber is not going to be able to hang on though, as he's going to battle back in 1 and 2. Barber now battling back for this 6th position on Kelsey Rogers. Barber's trying to get something done here. Try to get back up into the top 5 as we are over a quarter of the way through, working towards the halfway mark in this race. Barber still battling hard for this 6th spot. Barber loses some time as he got loose there out of turn 2. He's going to be able to maintain that 7th position though. But you see the 44, Mark Fravert, go high, and that's going to allow this 22, Michael Whitting, to get around him for the 8th spot. And now he's got Scott Formosa right on his back bumper. Formosa to the inside of Fravert. Formosa to the 9th position. back up front now as Travis Pryor has gotten around Louis Robinette. And now he's trying to set sail to capture Jonathan Smith in the race lead. Jonathan Smith is our race leader. And again, we talked about how important starting position was last week. But Rayberg, Pryor, Boers, Rogers, Whitting, those guys have came in and said, forget you and your starting position. I'm going to start in the back and I'm going to come up inside the top 10. I'm going to run there most of the day. Scott Formosa, he's down 8 spots from his starting position as he's running in the 9th spot now. But the big story here is Jonathan Smith out front and leading. Now, if these guys took tires, the guys who pitted, so Rayberg, Rogers, Formosa, and Michael Fraver, if those guys took tires under that last pit stop, that could work out to their benefit here. If we don't get another caution and these guys are able to, the guys who weren't able to pit have to come down under green flag conditions, they will definitely lose at least 1 lap, possibly 2, depending on where their pit stall is and how good of an entry they get into pits and off of pits. Jonathan Smith continues to lead the way, but Travis Pryor trying to chase him down now. But Rayberg is trying to chase down Pryor. Rayberg has chased him down a little bit, not quite enough to get close enough to make a move just yet, but a handful more laps and I suspect Rayberg will be up there close enough to try to make a move on Pryor. We look back now, Preston Boers looking to the inside of Louis Robinette for the 4th spot. Boers underneath Robinette, not going to make it happen. Robinette able to hang on. Kelsey Rogers under attack again from Robert Barber. That is for that 6th position. Rogers takes a defensive line in 1 and 2 and blocks Barber's run to the inside. A little bit further back now, Scott Formosa and Mark Fravert separated by about 0.3 of a second. The other cars that are close together is the 72 of Michael Fravert and the 1 of James Somke. So those guys are close together as well. That is 11th and 12th position. Casey Clark is in danger of going a lap down as he is right in front of our leader, Jonathan Smith. We go back and look at Travis Pryor now as he's got Rayberg right on the back bumper through 3 and 4. Pryor gets a good run down the front straightaway. Rayberg gets loose out of 2. That's going to help Pryor build a little bit of a gap, but Rayberg cuts back into that in 3 and 4. And that's been the big thing here is nailing corner exit and getting a good run down the straightaway. The car behind just seems to get a little loose on exit, and that really hurts their straight line momentum. This caution comes out again. Go see what happened. Hang on a minute. I just saw the crash. Just trying to find it. I thought it was contact between Robinette and Williams, but it is not. It is for contact between Barber and Rogers, as there's just a little nudge. That was enough to send Rogers around. So, Pryor, Smith, Michael Fravert, and James Sumpke, they all ducked down pit road. As we are working lap number 90 now of 200. We get set to restart the race the next lap or two. Get you guys a full running order as they exit pit road here. And get you guys an updated running order. Casey Clark able to get out in front of the pace car to stay on the lead lap there. So, the way they run now is Rayberg, Robinette, Boers, Whitting, Formosa, Mark Fravert, Pryor, Smith, Rogers, Michael Fravert, Barber, and Clark. The running order as of now. Cars on the lead lap with Reardon, Somke, Victory, and Williams all being laps down. 13th through 16th position here. We're going to go back to green flag racing next time by. Pace car ducks down pit road. And Rayberg gets a good start. Boers is going to be underneath the 30 of Robinette for the second spot. You look back here, Scott Formosa getting around Whitting. Pryor getting underneath Whitting down the back straightaway. And it's going to clear Whitting in 3 and 4. So move Pryor up to the 5th spot. Back inside that top 5. Look a little further back, we got the battle of the prototype cars. With Somke and Michael Fravert. Somke is a lap down. Robert Barber is trapped behind the lapped car of James Somke. Now he's going to look to the inside of Michael Fravert for the 10th spot. Barber is going to have it down the back straightaway. Can he maintain that in 3 and 4? Yes, he's able to, and he brings Casey Clark with him. Casey Clark up to the 11th spot now. Go up front now is Travis Pryor. Got around Scott Formosa and is looking to get around the 30 of Robinette. We saw Pryor have some issues earlier of getting around Robinette. Because Robinette and Pryor, they had a good 15-lap battle going on for position on the track. You see Robinette's got some front-end damage. She got into the back of Joe Williams right as that caution came out last time. Pryor looking to the inside. Robinette trying to pinch him down. Robinette is able to pinch him down and keep him from taking the spot. Robinette's going to hang on to the spot, but Robinette makes a mistake in 1 and 2, and that's going to cost him as Pryor's to the inside. But Robinette was able to get the run down the back straightaway and maintain the position. So we are halfway through this race. Halfway through. And we got a long way to go. We still have another 100 laps, 99 now. These guys have been very patient with each other. You see Kelsey Rogers right on the back bumper of Travis Pryor in 1 and 2 there. And again in 3 and 4, but Pryor is able to get the good run down the front stretch, kind of open up the gap. Rayberg. Boers has gotten around Rayberg for the race lead. Preston Boers back up front. Preston Boers, he started in the 11th spot, so he is up 10 positions. Nick Rayberg, he started 15th, so he's up 13 positions. Kelsey Rogers started 16th, up 11 positions. Travis Pryor started 13th. He's up 9. But the big battle here. And take that back as Pryor has gotten around Robinette and is going to set sail for the top 2. Pryor is up 10 spots from his starting position here tonight. 95 laps to go. Caution will come out. Whitting gets into the back of Formosa, and Jonathan Smith just had nowhere to go. He gets set. Preston Boers trying to fake some people out there. Jonathan Smith did duck down pit road. We get set now for another restart. You see James Somke going to get a lap back. So put Somke back on the lead lap. That moves us to 13 cars on the lead lap. Austin Victory is out of the race now. He is officially moved to the retired list in the race. So that will hurt him in the point standings. We'll wait to get an updated running order here. Whitting is going to go a lap down, as is Mark Fravert. So we got 13 cars on the lead lap at the start. Now we're down to 11 cars on the lead lap. So the updated running order is Boers, Rayberg, Pryor, Robinette, Rogers, Formosa, Barber, Clark, Michael Fravert, Somke, Smith, Mark Fravert. First car 1 lap down in that 12th spot. You're going to have Michael Whitting, Reardon, Williams. Those guys are all laps down with Austin Victory out of the race. Preston Boers, our race leader here, we get set to go back to green this time by. Travis Pryor back up into the 3rd position. pace car down pit road. Green flag back out in the air for Preston Boers. Travis Pryor didn't get a great start, but he's going to make it work for him. He's going to be to the inside of the 17 of Rayberg for the second position. These guys are battling hard. For the second spot. Got a car off into the grass and into the inside wall. Will that bring out a caution as Pryor gets to the second position? But Rayberg is able to use the high side momentum to battle back and take the position back. We are not going to receive the yellow here. We look back behind these guys. Kelsey Rogers, Louis Robinette, Scott Formosa. 4th, 5th, and 6th. You got Robert Barber back there in that 7th position. Trying to work around teammate Scott Formosa to get up into the 6th spot. Got Casey Clark back there in the 8th position. Look a little bit further back now. The 72 of Michael Fravert has his hands full with Jonathan Smith all over the back bumper through 3 and 4. We go back up front here to 17 of Rayberg as he's looking to get around Preston Boers. Robert Barber got around Scott Formosa that last lap. So put Barber up into the 6th spot. Formosa down to 7th. The top 3 are separated by 0.3 of a second from each other. Go back here to Kelsey Rogers. Kelsey Rogers. Oh, Preston Boers goes around. And then the 17 gets caught up in it. We're going to go back and watch this here. See Boers get in there, and it looks like the 17 gave him a little bump. We're going to go on board with Rayberg, and yeah, it's just a little bump off the gas, and nothing Rayberg could have done. Very unfortunate for Rayberg and Boers. Travis Pryor will inherit the lead as Michael Whitting gets a lap back there. Wait for these guys to cross the start-finish line this next time. And get an updated running order. As you saw there, Pryor being patient and just waiting for others to make the mistake, and he was able to capitalize. Right place, the right time, so to speak, as he went a little bit higher out of the turn, 3 and 4 there. Helped him steer clear of the incident. As these guys cross the start-finish line, we'll get an updated running order here. It's going to be Travis Pryor, your new race leader, after the contact that brought out this caution. Casey Clark up to the 2nd position. Good to see. Clark up into the top 3. Michael Fravert, another one. It's great to see up into the top 3. James Somke up in the 4th. Michael Whitting in 5th. Robert Barber 6th. Louis Robinette 7th. Kelsey Rogers 8th. Scott Formosa in 9th. Jonathan Smith 10th. Nick Rayberg 11th. Preston Boers 12th. Chris Reardon in 13th. Mark Fravert 14th. Joe Williams 15th. And Austin Victory out of the race. So we get lined up to go back racing here with, well, it'll be 75 laps to go. Green flag back out in the air for Travis Pryor, and he gets a great restart there. Casey Clark gets one as well. You got Somke looking to the outside, and Barber looking to the inside of Michael Fravert as they're going to split him. Barber up into the 3rd, rather, and Somke into the 4th spot. Fravert loses 2 spots on the restart, and he's going to lose even more as Kelsey Rogers gets around on the high side. Now Rogers looking to the inside of James Somke for that 4th position, rather. Rogers is going to have it down the front straightaway. Scott Formosa looking to the inside of Somke. He wisely backs out. You got Robinette working his way up through the field as he's to the inside of the 23 of Jonathan Smith. Smith battling back on the high side. Smith is going to have the 8th spot. And there is a caution. Holy moly, right in front of our eyes. Wow. Looks like it was just a misjudgment there by Robinette. And Jonathan Smith. Very unfortunate for those guys, as we're going to go and watch on board with Louis Robinette. So it looked like in car, it looked like he was cleared. So we get set to go. We'll get your lineup reset, and then we'll get going as soon as these guys get off of pit road. We got 3 drivers on pit road. Make that 4 now. 5. Down to 3. Alright. So it'll be Travis Pryor, your race leader. Robert Barber, the big winner there, as he's up into the 2nd spot. Casey Clark in the 3rd spot. Kelsey Rogers 4th. James Somke 5th. Scott Formosa 6th. Michael Fravert 7th. Preston Boers 8th. Michael Whitting 9th. Christopher Reardon is 10th. Louis Robinette 11th. Nick Rayberg 12th. Jonathan Smith 13th. Mark Fravert 14th. Joe Williams 15th. Austin Victory in that 16th position out of the race as Christopher Reardon ducks down pit road at that time. Wow. The intensity has turned up here as we are in the final half of the race. We get ready to go back to green next time by. Chris Reardon was able to get out in front of the pace car, so he will stay on the lead lap of that time. Lined up, double file, ready to go. Pace car. Ducks on down pit road. Green flag back out in the air for Travis Pryor. And he gets another good restart over Robert Barber this time. We look back here to the 3 of Casey Clark as he lost a spot to Scott Formosa, and now he's going to lose a spot to Preston Boers. Nick Rayberg going around on the outside. So, Clark going to be down into the 7th spot. He lost 3 positions the last time. Rayberg jumped up 4 on that restart. They kind of single filed out front. Barber has chased down Pryor for the race lead. Pryor running a little bit of a defensive line into the corners there. Barber and Pryor get together. Green flag stays out. Chelsea Rogers, the benefactor this time. Rogers up into the lead. Barber stays in that 2nd position. Boers and Formosa battling hard for the 3rd spot. Boers is going to take the 3rd spot, and he's going to bring Rayberg with him up into the 4th position and around Scott Formosa. Formosa down to the 5th position. We go and check in on Travis Pryor after that contact sent him spinning. Back behind James Somke in the 8th position. Working his way back up through the field, Louis Robinette. Working to the inside, and Michael Fravert is going to clear Fravert. Chris Reardon. Reardon is going to get around. Well, Whitting battling back on the outside. And now Jonathan Smith looking to the outside of Reardon. Smith is going to dogfight it down into 3 and 4. Reardon's going to maintain the position, but Smith is going to get the good run. He's going to take over that position. We go back up front as Rogers has gotten a 3/10 of a second lead. Well, stretched it out to a half second right as the caution came out. It's going to be between Somke and Robinette. Robinette went low, and Somke went for a spin. So while we wait for these guys to decide if they're going to pit or not and get you a running order, you guys know anybody that is a racer on iRacing, make sure you send them to ISBC on Facebook. Have them like and follow the page. There is going to be another giveaway for a button box this time. Make sure you guys send everybody over for the giveaway of a brand new button box, freshly ordered, freshly made, freshly delivered. So, as we have 54 laps to go, running order is going to be Kelsey Rogers, Robert Barber, Preston Boers, Nick Rayberg, Scott Formosa, Casey Clark, Travis Pryor, Michael Whitting, Jonathan Smith, Christopher Reardon, James Somke, Louis Robinette, Mark Fravert, Michael Fravert, Joe Williams, and Austin Victory, the running order here. So, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing, you see Rogers takes the high side, Barber to the inside. Boers in that third position. Rayberger in the fourth spot. Green flag in the air for Kelsey Rogers. Rogers with a great restart. Barber trying to fend off Rayberg. We know that's been a difficult task for everybody. Rayberg's been very fast all afternoon or all evening. Rayberg up into the second spot. Barber down to third. Boers looking to close in on him. But the big thing is Travis Pryor up 2 spots that last time. He is up into the 6th spot. Chasing down Scott Formosa. You look a little further back. Chris Reardon is in that 10th position. Trying to get around Casey Clark. For 9th. Louis Robinette back there in 11th. We look for a good battle on track. And it's going to be up into the top 5. We go with our 4th place car of Preston Boers. Boers and Barber. Boers took over the 3rd spot last time by. Barber looking to the inside of Boers. Not able to make it happen. Look back behind those guys. You got Scott Formosa and Travis Pryor, 5th and 6th. As Boers has started to pull away now from Robert Barber in that 4th position. Barber falling back into the clutches of his teammate Scott Formosa. While Formosa is in the clutches of Travis Pryor. You see Pryor is right there on that back bumper of Formosa down the straightaways. Barber looks to the inside of Boers. He was not able to get it done that time by. Pryor to the inside of Formosa for the 5th spot. Pryor up into 5th now. Back inside that top 5 after the spin earlier. With 44 laps to go. Formosa right there on the back bumper. Pryor was not able to get anything done, and now that's going to open the door for Jonathan Smith to look to the inside. Smith loses some time down the back straightaway. He's going to fall into the clutches of Michael Fravert in that 8th spot. Christopher Reardon running in the 9th position, got around Casey Clark. Look a little bit further back as Louis Robinette battling with Casey Clark just completes the pass as we pan over there. So Robinette up to the 10th position. Clark down to the 11th spot. Looking for the battles on track. It looks like Formosa and Pryor are battling again for the 5th spot. Pryor able to hang on down the back straightaway, forcing Formosa to look to the outside. Rayberg, Rogers, and Boers, your top 3. Barber, Pryor round out the top 5. Formosa, Smith, Fravert, Reardon, and Robinette round out your top 10 here. With 39 laps to go. We look back. 23 of Jonathan Smith He's got Michael Frabbert to the inside, but Smith's able to hang on to that 7th position that lap. Looking. Preston Boers, Robert Barber battling hard for the 3rd spot. Barber loses time to Boers. You saw Barber get loose out of turn 4. Rayberg has started to pull away from everybody. He's got a 1.1 second lead over Kelsey Rogers. Looking back at Jonathan Smith. Smith and Michael Frabbert are battling hard for the 7th spot. Caution does come out. We'll go and check to see what happened there. I'll give you an instant replay. As Jonathan Smith just bends and hits the inside wall hard. So, reset the lineup here. It's going to be Rayberg, your leader. Rogers in 2nd, Boers in 3rd, Barber in 4th, Pryor 5th, Formosa 6th, Smith in that 7th spot, Michael Frabbert in the 8th position, Reardon in the 9th, Robinette in 10th, Clark in 11th, Sumke in 12th. Mark Frabbert 13th in the pit road, Joe Williams 14th, 6 laps down. Michael Whitting is out of this race in 15th position, as is Austin Victory in that 16th spot. So we await the green flag to go back racing for the final 30 laps of this spectacular race. The intensity has turned up here in the last 70 laps, and I suspect it's going to turn up even more in the final 30. So, 30 laps remaining. Still anybody's race. Saw Rayberg drive through the field, get back up into the lead. Saw Rogers do the same. You saw Pryor lead the race, spin out, and then drive back up inside the top 5. So, 1 lap to green, we're going to double file up. Get ready to go. Back to green flag racing. Short little half mile. We're going to be crowning a race winner here before we know it. Short little track. Pace car's in. Green flag in the air for Nick Rayberg. Rayberg, Rogers, battling hard for the first and second spot. But the big one is Boers and Barber battling hard for the 3rd spot. Barber is going to slow down. Now he's going to have his teammate to the inside of him. all settles out there. Look back. 23 of Smith is under attack from the 72 of Michael Fravert. That's for the 7th spot. Smith is able to hang on for now, but Michael Fravert battling hard on the outside. Fravert doesn't have enough that lap as Jonathan Smith is able to hang on. And now you've got Travis Pryor to the inside of Scott Formosa. They're leaning on each other through the corner and down the straightaway. Pryor didn't quite have enough to get around him. His caution does come back out, and we'll see what happened. Oh, it's the 72 of Fravert and the 30 of Robinette. Robinette got around him, Michael Fravert for the 8th spot. That is the cause of this caution. Those two make a little bit of contact. Sends Robinette spinning. So, reset the lineup here. It's going to be Rayberg, Rogers, Bors, Barber, Formosa, Pryor, Smith, Fravert, Reardon, Clark, Somke, Robinette, Mark Fravert, Williams, Whitting, and Victory. The current running order. So with 21 laps to go, coming to the 20 to go, we have 13 cars on the lead lap. Joe Williams is the first car, well, the only car still running that is a lap or more down. He is 5 laps down in that 14th position. So it looks like, no, they're faking us out. Michael Fravert does come down pit road though. So, with Fravert coming down pit road, that will delay the start one more lap. Should get the 1 to go this time by. One lap and we're green. Looks like Preston Bors ducked down pit road. Out of the top 3, Bors ducks down pit road. Very strange. So that moves everybody up 1. Yes. Pace car ducks down pit road. Green flag back on the air for Nick Rayberg. Rayberg with a good start. Now you got Formosa looking to the outside of Rogers. Pryor to the outside of Barber. Look back, Robinette in that 9th position, working around Casey Clark. He's going to put Robinette up into the 8th spot. Now he's right behind Christopher Reardon for the 7th position. Pryor gets around Barber for the 4th spot. Barber battling back on the outside. He's going to have the position down the back straightaway. Pryor not giving up on that inside. Pryor's going to have it, or Barber's going to have it back this time. Pryor still looking low, still trying to fight back on the inside. But that high side is much faster now with worn tires. Pryor been on these tires for right around 100 laps. So everybody else has fresher tires than Pryor and Somke. We look up from, well, let's go further back now to Casey Clark. Casey Clark has James Somke all over the back bumper there. And you see, you've got the 3 prototype cars. Somke, Michael Fravert, Mark Fravert battling to get around Casey Clark. Moving them up 1 position. Go and look, Scott Formosa got around Pryor and Barber. Couple laps ago. Pryor and Barber are continuing to drive hard. Barber trying to get up into the top 3. Pryor trying to get around Barber to get up into the top 3. And Jonathan Smith right behind those guys in the 23. In the 6th spot. Looking for a battle on track. It looks like the 6 of Reardon and the 30 of Robinette starting to heat up now. Reardon and Robinette are separated by about 0.3 of a second. With 7 laps to go. 7 more circuits around New Smyrna. Robinette all over the back of Reardon for the 7th spot. We go up now to the O2 of Pryor and the 8 of Barber. Pryor all over the back bumper of Barber for the 4th spot. So it looks like Formosa made a mistake and he lost quite a bit of time as he is now right in front of Pryor and Barber. Pryor looks to the inside of Barber. Pryor and the inside didn't have enough to make it work. Fall back in line with 4 laps to go. 4 more laps for Nick Rayberg. Kelsey Rogers in 2nd, Formosa in 3rd, Barber 4th, Pryor 5th. 3 laps remaining. We go back here to Casey Clark. As Robinette and Reardon are battling hard for the 7th spot. We have 2 laps remaining. Back up here to this battle for the 4th spot. As Pryor has lost some time. As Rayberg comes to get the white flag, and you can see he got very loose on the exit of turn 4. Rayberg into 3 and 4 for the final time. Out of 3 and 4, Nick Rayberg is our race winner here in the round of 16. Kelsey Rogers 2nd, Scott Formosa in 3rd. We will get the official running order, finishing order rather, and get you guys that here right now. Nick Rayberg is your winner. Kelsey Rogers in 2nd, Scott Formosa in 3rd, Robert Barber 4th, Travis Pryor in that 5th position. Jonathan Smith in 6th. Louis Robinette in 7th. Christopher Reardon in 8th. Casey Clark in 9th. James Sumke in 10th. Michael Fravert in 11th. Mark Fravert 12th. Joe Williams 13th. Preston Boers 14th. Michael Whitting 15th. And Austin Victory in that 16th position. We get set here for post-race interviews coming up next. We'll be right back. All right, we're here with our third place finisher, Scott Formosa. And Scott, so some tough luck there early on. You're able to battle back and come back home with a third place finish and just doing what you did all season. Very strong, very consistent finishes.
Yeah, not the night I was hoping for, but I mean, I got out there early in the race and led. Felt like I might have ran the tires a little too hard too early and got me a little bit behind the 8 ball and finally come in, took tires and just solid top 3 tonight. Didn't have nothing for that 17 or 36, but I could run with them. But good points tonight. I'm glad. Not a bad night. Stayed out of trouble. I'm happy with it. Go on to the next one.
Yeah, and the next one is the round of 8, which you have definitely moved on to. We'll have to wait until later in the week for the points to be updated. But it's safe to say that you are going to be moving on to the round of 8. So,
yeah.
With that being said, next week with the practice and qualifying, again, the emphasis is on qualifying up front so you can have a good starting position. You're not having to fight through traffic and burn up those tires early.
Yeah, exactly. And that's winning the pole tonight really helped a lot. I just felt like I ran the thing way too hard too early and wanted to lead. Didn't feel like the tires would fall off as much, and that there was quite a bit of a fall off tonight for some reason. And it kind of bit me there, but I battled back and got a top 3. I'm tickled to death with that.
All right, Scott. We'll let you thank your sponsors, get out of here, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
I want to thank All Out Towing, Robert Barber for running the league, and Casey Clark, teammate, Louis Robinette. Those are my teammates. Thank all y'all and everything y'all do, man. And we'll see y'all next week, hopefully with another podium.
Absolutely. So we'll talk to you next week for the practice and qualifying sessions.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for your time, Scott.
All right.
All right, we're here with our second place finisher, Kelsey Rogers. And Kelsey, you started at the back and you drove up front. You were up inside the top five pretty much all night, the whole race. And, you had the, well, you were tied for the hard charger there with Nick Rayberg. Both of you guys moved up 14 spots.
Yeah, both Nick and I started in the back tonight. I think they had some lineup deal with the way points were run out, so we got some provisionals. Thanks for Robert for letting us run tonight. Or me anyways. I'm not sure if Nick's a regular or not, but hats off to Nick. He had a pretty good run tonight. I think he might have beat us on tires. I'm not sure when he pit there, but I know I think it was after me. So hats off to him on the strategy game, and yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah, and so with the way that the schedule is set up here, we had qualifying and practice last week, and that set the lineup for this week. And then next week we're gonna have practice and qualifying for the next race. It really puts, I can't say it puts an emphasis because you guys just moved up 14 spots through strategy and just being smooth and consistent, but it really puts a kink in the armor. If you guys had started up front, what would have happened?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, there's so many with these one tires that you get, or you get to change tires once throughout the race. I don't think it really matters where you start. It's going to boil down to strategy when it comes to that one tire set.
All right, well, another good run, top 3 finish for you, and a heck of a night.
Yeah, thank you, and just want to say thanks to you guys for broadcasting, and thanks for Robert for putting on the league. It's fun.
All right, well, we'll let you think anybody else that you need to think there, and get on out.
No, that's about it. You guys have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you at the next one.
All right, thanks for your time, Kelsey.
Yep, take care.
All right, we're here with our race winner, Nick Rayberg, and Nick, a heck of a job there, and strategy really played out to benefit you there.
I mean, yeah, I saw all of them go in and take their tires, so I was like, all right, now I just hoped and prayed for another caution, and it came, and I swooped down and took my 4, and I was set sailing.
Yeah, and that's the thing, with the rules package that the All Out Super Late Model Series has, to where you only get the one set of tires, it really puts an emphasis on the setup, and not burning the tires off too early, and strategy. When do you take your tires, and when do you not take tires until after everybody else does, or do you try to take them early to try to get out? That strategy really plays a key part, especially in a 200 lap race.
I mean, yeah, I'm used to having no tires for like different leagues and stuff. I'm used to trying to save as much as I can, so for me, it's nothing new trying to save tires, and just this league, you're offered a set of tires, and it makes it more unique and more action-packed.
Yeah. All right. Well, Nick, I will let you thank your sponsors. Get out here and enjoy the rest of your evening, buddy.
Just got to thank Crystal Auto Body, and that's pretty much all I have.
All right, Nick, thanks for your time, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here with the All Out Super Late Model Series. Let me check and see if Robert... Nope, he is not needing to talk. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Make sure you guys send all of your racers over to the Facebook page. It's ISBC Broadcasting, or ISBC on Facebook, rather. Make sure you have them go and like the Facebook page. We're going to be doing a giveaway over there for a DSD track boss button box. Really makes a difference for the sim racers. You have more buttons that you can program to really help you out during a race. So make sure you guys send them over to like the Facebook page, follow it, and be on the lookout for the post announcing what you got to do to get entered in for the giveaway. But until next week for practice and qualifying, I'm excited. We've got 8 drivers left in the contention for the championship. So until next week, take care, be safe, do what you guys need to do to protect yourselves. And until next week, have a great weekend. Tomorrow's Friday, so have a great weekend. Golf night for some people. But until then, take care, and we'll see you back here next week for the All Out Super Late Model Series. It's going to be a lot of fun.